It is a very hot afternoon here at Watkins Glen International Raceways. We get ready to kick off race number 2 of the Maconi Setup Shop Chase for the championship as part of the Black Horizon Truck Series in the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series. We welcome you into the mountains and the hills of upstate New York. We're just outside the Elmira Corning area, about 90 minutes south of Rochester in Watkins Glen, New York, for the I Love Lake Huron 150 presented by Maconi Setup Shop. Again, it's race number 2 of the chase on this 2.5-mile road course, 7 turns, a chicane, an uphill S, and a couple other things, and also a garbage plate. If you know what that is, you know exactly what I'm talking about. 81 degrees outside right now, track temp at 100, and it says 110 on my screen, but somebody's already said 117, so it is pretty warm for this time of the year in Watkins Glen, New York, as we sit pretty much between the Syracuse and Rochester area. So welcome in. I am the captain, Chris Scala. We get ready for race number 2 of the 4 for the chase for the championship, again presented by Maconi's Setup Shop. Now, I do want to bring up the point standings. We had kind of an interesting week last week at the Milwaukee Mile that had some darkness get involved in things, and we do have point standings up to date, and we do have some drivers who are a little disappointed in what they saw points-wise, but this is what the admins and the league officials put together for the points after what was, in the end, 2 races. One was 103 laps, the other one was 40 laps. Zach Allman leads the points right now by 2 over Christopher Dean, J.W. Miller, and Justin Laxton. Those 4 right now are in the championship race coming up in Chicago in 2 weeks. The rest of the 6 drivers that are outside the top 4, those drivers have to work their way in, starting at William Calhoun there at 153, Ricky Springer there at 150, Drift, Trejembo, Colton Zimmer, and Blaine Sparling there with 121 points. So those drivers still have a little bit of work to do as they get ready for this second chase race, but there's still plenty of time to go, 2 races to go. And like I said, we do got some angry drivers, and one of them out there is, of course, Ricky Springer, who's going to be looking for another win tonight and a way to bounce back up in that championship 4. And I have a feeling tonight he is going to make his mark known when it comes down to the race this evening. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it all works out. Qualifying just getting started. As you notice up on the blimp view, we sit right now, so you will see trucks getting out there in qualifying. I just realized, actually, I'm going to write a number down real quick. There was one driver I forgot to put in a color on the ticker, so I'm going to be editing that while we talk. But basically, this is how the chase works. There's 4 races. We are at race number 2 right now. After next weekend's race, the top 4 drivers will move on to Chicagoland Speedway, and those 4 drivers will race for the championship there at that race, with the best finishing driver getting the championship when it is all over with. So, again, that's where the points stand right now. But tonight, 44 laps of racing, and there will be a competition caution also in this race, kind of like you saw Saturday with the USRC race. Going to be the same scenario here near halfway. You'll see a competition caution come out for the field and go from there. So, all right, let's go down here on the track and let's check out qualifying right now as we look at Robert Lucan. Let's go to Ricky Springer. He was the fastest in qualifying, so we're going to keep an eye on him. Let's watch him run this lap out here in the number 51 truck. Go ahead and take that down right now since nobody's run a lap yet so far. As you see all the times down there at the bottom, hello Drift, down there at the bottom of the screen, again when it goes purple, that means it is a pole running lap. If it's green, that means they're faster. If it's yellow, that means they're running at the speed or a little bit slower than their previous lap. As you see Ricky come through the carousel turn number 5 down the straightaway here. As you know, normal Watkins Glen, you go down that way towards the boot. We skip the boot. We don't wear shoes in this league. And we go down here to turn number 6 on the road course. And as they go into the left-hander, one of 2 lefties on the track, the other one being turn number 3. And down to turn 7 here is, should see a lap at about 1:15 or so. Ricky gets off 7 really well, up to 3rd gear, maybe to 4th before he crosses the line. Allman a 1:15.7, and Springer 1:15.5 on the pole, and the points are still up. I just want to make sure you guys knew what the points look like. This is what happens when I put something up in front of the screen. I got to work on that. So Allman, Dean, Calhoun, and J.W. Miller 5th right now. J.W., one of the big road course drivers in the league. He won, of course, 2 seasons or a season ago at Detroit, Belle Isle. And then 2 seasons ago, they were here at Watkins Glen. William Calhoun lapped the field and won this race. True story. See who else is out here running a lap right now. Let's check out William Calhoun here down turn number 6 to Sith Talk Ford F-150. Easy for me to say. There's your lap times right now as they cross the line. Looks like Springer's still a 50. A 76 for Allman. Dean 3rd. Calhoun up to 4th with a 1:16.3. And J.W. Miller, as I mentioned, 5th. Nora Mayari. Blaine Sparling. Anyone else out here running a lap? Let's check out Bryson Clark, the winner last week from the Milwaukee Mile in that controversial race. his second career win in the series. Didn't expect to win last week, but he went out there and did his thing. Here at the virtual Watkins Glen International Raceway tonight for race number 2 of the Chase on iRacing. Appreciate them allowing us to be a part of their platform and broadcasting out on the air as checkered flag waves. And you'll see the starting lineup go across the top of the screen as they will do a full pace lap. Again, Ricky Springer wins the pole this evening. Zach Allman going to be second. Dean Calhoun, J.W. Miller, Bryson Clark, Noah Mayari, Blaine Sparling, Sean Peachin, and Sam Barnes makes his return. Deputy Barnes in the 22 truck starting in the 10th position this evening. Definitely looking to be a good race maybe for him when it is all over with. Again, 44 laps, and should be some fun driving when it's all over with. Let's get the guy who won this race 2 seasons ago. Let's bring him down here and talk to him real quickly. That is Mr. Calhoun Pontoon, a.k.a. William Calhoun, a.k.a. the guy who lapped the field 2 seasons ago at this track. William, you got a copy? William, you got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I just realized I still have the push-to-talk button working for me, not the voice activation, so you couldn't hear me straight up. Anyways, you lapped the field here 2 seasons ago, and you come out here tonight. You're going to start in the 4th position. How's the truck feel? I know it's kind of hot out there, a little toasty, but you got that 99 truck looking pretty sporty again.
Yeah, well, I got my flip-flops on, and I installed this cool fan system right on my belly. And it's like, you know, one of those big old fans you get from Walmart. It's just strapped in the suit, so it keeps me nice and cool.
I'm assuming you're talking about the white box fans?
Yeah, exactly.
That might be kind of dangerous. But, hey, that works for me. And those flippy floppies, you got to do what you got to do to rock on a boat. So we wish you the best here this evening. And I just want to share with you, I made a smoked sausage casserole in a crock pot tonight.
Dang!
Dude.
That sounds amazing.
A game is ready to go tonight. Hope you're ready to bring yours.
Oh, dude, I had some burritos, so we'll see.
Oh, hope toilet's nearby. Anyways, good luck.
Yeah. Thanks.
That is William Calhoun. Long story short, we always shared with each other when I would interview him what he had for dinner the night before. So I figured I'd bring him down and share what I had for dinner. It was delicious, by the way. It's nice to be on vacation. You can actually make whatever the hell you want for dinner. All right, here we go. Pace car rolls off. And Springer brings him down there to turn 1. You see Christopher Dean rocking the Black Horizon truck again this evening. Calhoun there in that Sith Talk number 99. J.W. Miller, the usual Mountain Dew truck. Up the S's here. Going to be a tricky section here. Uphill, probably going to be a little free. Let's go ahead and throw the weather up right now on the screen. There it is. So track temp at 118 degrees. 82 out on track right now. A little after 1 o'clock Eastern time. You'll see the times kind of going quickly. That's because time moves in this series at 2 times the speed of time. So basically 30 seconds is a minute when it comes to life. Through the bus stop here. This was created back in the early 90s after a fatal accident involving J.D. McDuffie down in the carousel section. Back then, he just went straight down the straightaway, and unfortunately, his car went off there and hit the barrels and unfortunately lost his life there. So they put that bus stop in. I believe it was 1992 officially when they put that in there. It was 91 or 92. We'll come down to short shoot here. Most other series go out that way towards the boot. It should be a lot of fun here as we get ready for race number 2 of the Black Horizon Truck Series. This is all part of the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series. If you haven't had a chance to do so yet, go to GreatLakesSimRacing.com and set your fantasy lineup for tonight. Again, out of respect to the drivers and their luck, I am not doing one. But that doesn't mean you can't. Go do it. And also make sure you go And check out the team points and check out the awesome website they have there. 44 laps of action and a competition caution coming up. Green flag from Watkins Glen. One truck off. That's Lucan over into the grass. And he's able to straighten it out, but not after he gets left front damage. Up the hill for the first time. Springer pulling away. You do not want to be side by side through here. Ask Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon back in the day. And don't let the 22, who's that with damage right there? Is that Colton Zimmer with some heavy right side damage already on that number 19? One of the chase drivers right there as they come into the bus stop. Through the carousel for the first time. Of course, now in real life, all that is asphalt there where the grass is, but here you cannot go off track there because it's grass still. Now the drivers over on the left-hand side, that crimson red color. Those are the drivers right now on the outside of the top four. The green are the drivers on the inside. They are in the top four currently. Of course, I don't have the technology to change the colors mid-race, but that is entering tonight's race when that is all over with. The Springer leads lap 1 already. Got about a second on Zach Allman. Everybody keeping it pretty clean as there's Calhoun taking it pretty wide there, turn 1. There's old Blackjack 21, Sean Peachin, let's ride. Oh, we got trouble. Seth Robbins has gone around the lap trucks matter, even though it says lap cars matter. The old number 44 there has had a spin. Let's see what happened to him. See back there, Chris Evans taking a little wide turn 6. Slides her back onto the track. No harm, no foul. The hosted hopping machine, the Chevrolet. Let's see. Down the straightaway they go. See the 5 up there getting a little loose into the turn. Locks him up and then is going to goose it and spin it right around. Look out for that wall. That's going to leave a mark. Make it a little softer down there, and you get the Armco barriers here at Watkins Glen. Some like them, some don't. But Seth continues on, and now issues for Tyler Brewer. It looks like he is spun around over here in turn 6. See what happens to the Busch light truck. Down to the corner, just I think sounds like he's shifted mid-corner, and that's what spun him around. That's something you got to be very careful to do in these trucks because, well, that's taking it too wide to turn 1. Deputy Barnes inside of Colton Zimmer going to take the position away. And the Black Horizon Brewery truck, and of course Watkins Glen and this whole upstate New York area full of wineries and stuff. If you've never been up to this area, very, very nice area. You can hear the gear differences between these two trucks. Ooh, Barnes driving it really deep into the corner. Has put a lot of wheel into it. That's going to cost him position. Zimmer's going to go by to turn number 7. A lot of these guys kind of driving nervously, it seems like. Up the third gear and issues for Robert Lukens again. Robert Zell parked it in the Armco over here near the heel, or not the heel, but the ankle of the boot. Let's see quickly what happened there. Oh, he's had more issues over here. Ben Pierce T-bones him. Drift gets a piece of him. That's 2 chase drivers. So not a good start so for Robert Luken. He gets the grass there. That spins that 33 truck into the tire barrier. And he's going to try to get back on a track here. Spins it back around, and Ben Pierce is going to T-bone him. And then here comes Drift, gets a piece of him. And then he continues on. We'll just fast forward through this real quickly. Oh, and that was weird. He just loses the back end and puts it into that tire barrier. So not a good night for Lukin so far there, but Drift being affected by that wreck as he had to make an unscheduled pit stop. He is on pit road right now. There's the 41 truck. So Drift, unscheduled stop, getting his truck fixed up. But that is one chase driver already with some issues right now. Actually, two of them. Ben Pierce down in 19th right now. He's got teammate Brandon Trajembo down there in the 15th spot right now, all behind their teammate who's running away right now. 3-second lead for Ricky Springer, 4 laps into this race. Let's go back here to this fight for the 5th position, or 6th and 7th and 8th. Noah Maori out here in front of Christopher Dean and Sean Peachin. Down into the turn 6 section of the track. You see the track temp up to 121 degrees. Now, when you see 82 in this area of New York, 82 happens about for 2 weeks. That is their summer. Kind of like how Florida has about 6 hours of winter. This part of New York only has about 2 weeks of summer. Ooh, Dean slides it a little wide there, turn 1. Sean's going to try to get the run here down the straightaway. I don't know if he missed the downshift there and had the downshifter to second gear up the S's here. Got to be very timid here. Go back here, Sam Barnes under attack from William Martin. And the Bulldog going to make the pass on the 22. That is the 11th position for the 5. As now this fight continues on. Dean gets a little tail happy there through 6 into turn 7. See if Sean can cross him over here. Make the move to the right. Well, Dean protects that right side here. Appreciate the 20 viewers so far tonight. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to chat it up like some of these guys are. Appreciate ZF watching, Jason Clark watching tonight. There's Julie Springer, hashtag stand on it 51. Quoting the old Charlie Daniels song, stand on it. Laxton watching tonight. Unfortunately not racing tonight, but doing a good thing, taking care of family. Nothing wrong with that. Get a good old daddy. Blaine Sparling, another chase driver back here in this 59 in the 9th position right now. Happy birthday to young Clark then. Frezio, this is the Great Lakes Sim Racing Black Horizon Truck Series. It's Great Lakes Sim Racing though on iRacing. I think is that Frezio or Frezio? Oh, taking it a little wide there through the corners. You see Travis Ikavachi going a lap down in that 21 truck. Travis actually had to jump to the pits after having an issue, so I'm not sure if he had an off track or something. But here's the man that is leading. Oh, one truck spinning back there. Is that Seth? Seth is not having fun right now. Spins it over at the bus stop. Somebody tell Seth he can go now. And J.W. Miller, you see, has gone past Zach Allman for the second position. This just happened. Let's go back to the pass. Through the bus stop there, you see Seth went around, and I think Allman just lets J.W. go here into the carousel. Very smart way of doing things here, as J.W. is going to make the pass. J.W. won the last road race this series had, and that was at Belle Isle last season in Detroit. So J.W., a really good race, road course racer, showing his speed here tonight, and that's 6th. Now, not sure if he's got anything for Ricky Springer, who's got a 5-second lead. And Sparling under attack is Christopher Dean, going to go to the inside and take that spot back. Not sure if he lost it or not, but Sparling was behind him there for about a second. Now, Drift did get back on off of pit road, but he is some 4 laps down now in a 22nd position. He's in damage control right now for that 41 truck. Go back here and check on our other chase driver, the 28 of Brandon Trajembo, right here behind Tanner Long. This is a fight for 13th, as Brandon's going to crank it to the inside here into the carousel underneath the 42. If he can get the run, very easy to slide up there, which he almost did up into the 42, but is able to complete the pass. And Barnes has gone off right up in front here. Deputy Barnes making his return to the series tonight off track. Doesn't hit anything, so he gets back on. No harm, no foul, other than some track position. Oh, and Tanner Long spins over turn 1. Does a simple 360 and gets back going. This corner right here is very easy to spin around on. That's a good question. You'll have to ask the owner that one. Yeah, I'm just the broadcaster guy, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I am the broadcaster guy, but unfortunately, I have nothing to do with any answers to that question. And Zach Allman's had an issue, apparently. Looks like Zach went off for a quick second. That's going to cost him 3rd as Bryson Clark has gone by. A lot of people going off here. I see Sean Peachin's had an off for about a second. And let's go back to the 5th position here. William Calhoun, who ran away with the show last season, lapped it, or 2 seasons ago, lapped everybody in this race. But tonight, not looking as strong in that 99 truck as he did 2 seasons ago. About a 12-second deficit right now to Springer. As I mentioned, those names you see over there in the Clemson red, Crimson red, not Clemson, Crimson. Those guys are all out as of right now of the final 4. Bryson Clark starting to get pressured here by Allman there in that 18 truck. The 4th gear at about 140 mile an hour down to turn number 1. Should be all the way down to 2nd gear here. So we'll take a lap with Bryson, who takes the corner kind of wide. Thankfully, his track is very forgiving in that corner. But 3rd gear up the S's here. A little bit blip of the throttle. You got to be careful here because the truck is going to get light. Stay 3rd gear. You get up to 4th gear right here. As you come into the turn, the 3rd part of the S's. You see, look at the trucks is dancing. You almost got to slide it through the turn and up here into the bus stop. 2nd gear corner, climb that curve. through the carousel. Second gear corner here, just kind of let it wind. Downhill, very tricky. Third gear. You'll probably get fourth in a truck. Most cars you can stay third gear down the straightaway to your braking point, which I notice he brakes a lot later than I usually do. Second gear through turn 6. There you go. At least that's how he does Watkins Glen. Everybody else got their own prerogative. Nothing wrong with that. We have a competition caution coming up here very shortly. And when that happens, it'll give these guys a chance to come to pit road, get tires and fuel, and set them off for the finish, as we're already 12 laps in here at Watkins Glen. Lap times around here at about 1:18 to 1:19 right now. Fastest truck last time by, J.W. Miller, a 1:18.92. Alvin, a 1:18.93. Noah Maori, a 1:18.98. So a lot of close times when it comes to the fastest laps. And you see J.W. Miller trekking his way through some lap traffic, going by the 46 of Ben Pierce. There's Tyler Brewer, the 40 truck. And Tyler taking it a little wide. And Bryson Clark had to make an adjustment there. Springer definitely showing his talent out here as he has led all 13 laps. Now J.W. Miller's kept it relatively the same time-wise here. He's kept it right under 6 seconds from him to Springer. So J.W. showing the pace right now in this truck. When we get this competition caution and bring everybody back together, I think we're going to see a really sporty race between these two. Through the carousel they go. Now, of course, NASCAR runs here during the summertime. Last season they did not come here because of the issues with the COVID-19 and the state of New York and stuff, so they ran this race down at Daytona on the road course last season, but I believe plans are to come back this season to the upstate New York area. Truck Series used to run here back in the 90s and early 2000s. And Bryson drives it down in there on the inside of Robert Lucan, who lets both trucks get by there. Check on Noah Maori. We haven't talked about him tonight. Noah there in that number 4 truck, the Miami Vice truck, as I like to call it. The old Miami Vice colors. Mind over matter number 4. Now Timothy Daly logged into the race but did not run a lap, so you'll notice on the screen down in the 24th position his name, but he did not start a lap at all. I don't even think he ran a lap in practice. Issues for, and J.W. Miller's on pit road here at lap 15. Noah Maori's going to come right here behind him. Now this inverted pit road, you're going to see left side tires go on first. you got plenty of time to get a pit stop done. You see Springer's over in the bus stop right now at the far end of the track, so plenty of time to get back on the track here without a mistake, and you'll stay on the lead lap. So there JW goes, and there goes Noah Miari. So they'll continue on here as Zach Allman will move up to the second position as Springer drafting behind Alan Best here in the 52 truck. And caution is out. This is the competition caution at lap number, the completion of lap 15 to lap number 16. So what we'll do is we'll step away real quick as everybody regroups. We'll show pit stops, and we will come back and, yeah, we'll see what goes on here the next 24 laps or so as we're watching the Black Horizon Truck Series on Captain TV. All right, back at Watkins Glen. Here you go. Leaders on pit road. Should see 4 tires and fuel out of everybody. And race off pit road going to go to the 51 of Springer. Noah Miari going to stay out here with J.W. Miller, as not a surprise there, but you can see Zach Allman going to come out second, right behind Seth Robbins, who is not on the lead lap there, but William Calhoun, Bryson Clark, and Christopher Dean, your top 5 here. So the reason why you see these two staying out, they just came to pit road right before that caution. They decided to play the track position game here and take the lead with this competition caution, which also will give J.W. Miller some bonus points. Now, if you're just joining us, let's take a look at the point standings on the screen here. And I'll make sure I take them off before we go green. But Zach Allman leads Dean, Miller, and Laxton. Those are the 4 right now in the final if the Chicago race were to start right now. But there's still plenty of time to go. You got Springer there in 6 behind Calhoun, Drift, Trezembo, Zimmer, and Blaine Sparling are the top 10 in points. Again, that's why you see those in red on the left side of the screen on the ticker. Those drivers are out as of right now. The drivers you see in green, those drivers are in the final as of right now. And, of course, next week when we run the finale before Chicagoland, you'll notice that'll change again. So on and so forth. Next week we do go to Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 200 miles there. And hopefully iRacing has fixed the setup for the trucks. I know they had a little bit of an issue, but they usually do a pretty good job of fixing the little things about that with the setups and things. So hopefully that's all been taken care of. And I just know that from when we went to run a race there a couple weeks ago, we had another leak. So now they get the one to go as they come to the line here. And it's the top two. Top two right now on one lap tires, I guess we'll call it. And then the rest of the field took tires and fuel at that pit stop. Should be one more pit stop to get to the finish. So we'll have 17 trucks on the lead lap. Ben Pierce is the last truck on the lead lap there. Some birdie's telling me that, as you see in chat, some drivers can go the distance on fuel. I'm guessing those being Ben Pierce, maybe? Those who just came in here at lap number 17, maybe? I don't know. Who came in at 19? Well, that's it. If they go 17 to 44, that would be impressive. Because that would be 27 laps when 65% fuel. Interesting. Here we go. We'll go back racing. At lap number 19, J.W. Miller leads this thing. Up the hill they go. I just know that because a normal NASCAR can go about 35 here. I think 30 to 35. That's what I'm like, let's see, 65% fuel, 27 laps. I want to know who's got the illegal fuel cell. Bryson Clark up here on that high side. Trying to follow Miari, who gets the spot lost to Zach Allman. I almost lost my English there for a second. And Springer all over the back bumper of JW here. Springer gets the draft, going to slide it to the inside. Nope, decided to stay in line, didn't want to dive it in there. Clean move on his part. See a lot of drivers these days just deciding to, you give an inch, they take a mile. You can hear the different gearing there. Did you hear the first two trucks come off? You can tell they were in third gear, and Zach Allman come off in second. You can hear the shifting and the higher revs. JW kind of sliding wide a little bit. Going to give Springer the high side here. And he's going to take it. So move Ricky Springer to the front. At lap number 20. Took him 3 laps to get to the lead as Tanner Long has had some issues and wrecked it over here in the S's. I will save any Michigan jokes from last night until a proper time, out of respect. Oh, Bryson Clark is wrecked it off the carousel. The 73 has gone off and has smashed in the right side of his truck on the Armco. Look at that right rear. That thing is flattened. Let's see what happens to the 7.3. Oh, just loses the back end. And pancakes her into the wall. Tough break there as Springer crosses the line, runs fastest lap of the race. We'll see how much that's going to hurt the 73 when it's all over with. There's Springer starting to stretch it out on Miller. Here comes Allman. So I assume these guys are going to be probably splitting this in half, I would say. If they would 15 there easily and came to pit road with a 44-lap race, maybe lap 30 here in about 9 laps or so, you get back to pit road, change your tires, get fuel, go to the finish. That would be the ideal, I guess, spot probably to do so at. We'll see, because I'm not the best at strategizing, or speaking English, apparently. This is what happens when you take a week off and you get some sleep, and then you actually wake up early in the morning this morning, and now you're tired. As you see Blaine Sparling going around Colton Zimmer in that 59 past the 19 for the 8th position. So Colton not having his best of runs. I wonder how much that damage has hurt him. Ooh, Sam, easy. He was heading ready for that water barrel. Barnes trying to hold off the team slinger truck of the 28 there of Brandon Trujembo. Oh, one truck is spun up ahead here. That's Noah Maori is spun over in the bus stop area. I heard somebody apologize, so I think he might have had some contact. Let's see what happens. Oh, no, gets a little loose there. Let's see if they just outbraked. Oh, the slightest of contact from the 99. So Noah gets back going, unfortunately down in the 10th position right now. Noah going to get back into rhythm here and keep going. Oh, Blaine getting the wall back there. Blaine has had his, Bryson Clark has had his issues. He's the one that got the fence and was back there as Noah tries to regroup himself here in this cool battle here. Now this is 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th all in this fight here. Now up front, you notice JW is not allowed Ricky to really get away. Neither is Zach, and some might say that Ricky's toying with him a little bit. Julie, I just read your Facebook post. That's really cool. Jeremy Clements out of the Spartanburg, South Carolina area. Of course, where I live is actually, I'm about 20 minutes down the road from Ryan Sieg Racing, believe it or not. They always talk about Sugar Hill, Georgia, which is in the Beaufort area. Just to the west side of the Beaufort area, down south of where I'm at here, is where Ryan Sieg's shop is. So Ricky fuel saving here a little bit. Let's ride with Ricky here so we can hear the fuel saving going on. So he would probably be short shifting and maybe getting off the throttle a little early. That's probably the best way to fuel save here. Regular shift there. Podium Esports number 51 looking pretty good. Of course, Jeremy Clement's lone road course win, was saving fuel, came at a road course, Road America, just a couple years ago. Zach Allman here. Where are you at, Julie? As I climb up the short chute here to turn number 6. William Calhoun back there in the 4th position. Sean Peach in there in 5th. You see Dean there's got a little scare. I thought at first that was Sam Barnes, but him and Dean are running identical trucks now. As Sparling's going to go by for the 6th position. So Blaine having a great run here on the road course. So Ricky's spread that lead out to about 3 seconds now. JW about 7/10 up on Allman. Let's show up the pit strategy. Where everybody is right now. So 11 laps for Miller and Mayari, 9 laps for these others. If these guys can find a way to go 27 laps on a tank of fuel, I'm really impressed. I would expect everybody to be on pit road by in the next 5 laps probably, just to get into a pattern and go to the finish. Well, bud. Duluth, Georgia. Yep. I until a couple weeks ago always went down to the Best Buy down there at Pleasant Hill Road every morning to get the freight for FedEx before I brought it back to Gainesville. Nice 40-minute trip every morning. Could listen to podcasts and just enjoy the ride. Allman gonna get a run here on JW, I think. JW kind of stuck the left rear out there a little bit. Down into turn number 1. Not close enough to make that run for second, but Allman is not letting JW go. He's kind of running in his draft. Oh, Dean has had issues. He has spun in turn 1. Oh, look out for Sam. Sam locks it up before slamming into him. Sorry, I'm laughing at that. This is funny how he locked it up. We almost had Black Horizon on Black Horizon violence. That would not have been good. Beer on beer clashing. Chris Evans there in the 98 truck. Haven't said his name all night. He is, well, now spinning in the bus stop there. Almost makes contact with Ikavachi. Evans running in the 13th spot right now in that 98 truck. Sorry, Chris. I put the camera on you and you spin out. There is your leader putting another lap on his teammate there, Ben Pierce, in the 46. There's your second and third place truck right there. Everybody else is pretty much spread out. This is about your best fight on the track. You could go back to this one here as Dean has fallen back into the clutches of Brandon Trajembo in the 28 truck. Looks like Chris is going to start to edge away a little bit there, so that'll pretty much end that battle. So, but everybody else doing a pretty good job. I think I've mentioned everybody at one point in this. No, I haven't. How about Alan Best back here in the 52 truck? They're trucks, Justin. They're trucks. Alan Best in the 52, back here in the 13th position. Alan is doing his best. There's a pun for you tonight, guys. He's doing his best. Let's jump back up here as Allman is getting closer to Miller. Allman definitely taking this seriously. The champion from last season, looking to maybe go back-to-back. Knows he's got a tough group of guys he's fighting. Putting a beating on those rear tires with this horsepower. Allman, if I remember correctly, finished second in this race 2 years ago, but as I mentioned, was lapped on the final lap from William Calhoun in the end. But, total reverse this season as Allman runs third, Calhoun runs fourth. Next weekend, or next Wednesday, I should say, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the penultimate race for the championship coming up next Wednesday night, 8:45. Hopefully, we'll see you here on Captain TV. Tomorrow night, the return of the Short Track Super League. They're going to run an ARCA series coming up tomorrow night. And their first race, they'll start at 8:45 Eastern Time. And then Saturday night, VOR, IndyCar Racing for their second race from Michigan. And then USRC at Talladega. That's our next 4 broadcasts from now through Saturday. And if you want to be a part of all those races, click that follow button or subscribe, that button. And you can make sure you get notified every time I'm on the air. Which could be other times too, because I like to surprise people and go race myself, and all of a sudden you're like, what in the world is the captain doing? As JW cuts the pit road at lap number 31, to be exact. So he's going to try the tire strategy here. Lucas Josephson pitting right there in front. JW made a pretty late entrance there, but got in. And here he is on pit road. Left side tires going on. And you see Bryson Clark on pit road also is 15.2 for JW. Bryson, who was running up in the top 3, unfortunately got into the Armco off of the carousel corner and hurt his right side. We'll see if he stays in to get the damage fixed or if he's going to get tires and fuel and roll with what he's got. He's going to roll with what he's got here. 14.9 for him as Dean is now on pit road. So here come the lead lap trucks all to pit road at lap number 31 or 32 in that range. And from here, go to the finish. $14.8 for Dean, and here comes the leader. Springer is in. Going to bring Allman with him. Springer almost overslid his pit stall. Overslid. There's my English for you tonight. Overshot. 14-3. Good stop for Ricky. That's putting an exclamation point on the field right there. 15-2 for Allman, so slower stop for him. William Calhoun now leads. As Allman leaves pit road, Noah Mayari is in right now. Colton Zimmer on pit road. $14-5 for Noah. Good stop on his part. Colton Zimmer back here, this purple number 19. Good stop for him, a 14-4. So you definitely seen the leaders getting really good pit stops for the most part. The only one in the 15s was J.W. Miller. Whoa! Lucas Josephson goes flying by, almost wrecks, and then heads off stage right. The only thing he was missing was his hat and his walking cane. Off the track. And Calhoun continuing to stay out here as Blaine Sparley comes to pit road. Left side tires on, right side tires going on now, and Sparling gets away 15.3. So the only truck up here on the lead lap now that is not pitted is this guy right here, William Calhoun. Sam Barnes on pit road, so that'll leave it to Calhoun, and then it should cycle back around to Ricky Springer, who's going to have a good 5 seconds on J.W. Miller. As we'll see 10 laps to go next time by. In this I Love Lake Huron 150. Presented by Maconi Setup Shop. Again, you can check out Maconi Setup Shop online. There's a link down in the race info page right now of the YouTube page down below. You can check out their open setups and so much more. And here comes William to pit road. Bryson Clark just ran fastest lap of the race on those new tires. A 1:16.1. We'll see if Ricky tops that here in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Right on cue, 15:77. There's just some things that you just know are coming. So we'll see where Calhoun comes out. A 14.9 for him. He should. There goes Sean Peachin by for 4th. He should come out right here in the 5th position, right ahead of Bryson Clark. So he's got to get those tires up to temp. He should be okay there in the 4th or 5th position. Travis Ikavachi on pit road there in the 18th position. The boss man there in that Hubats, number 13. Haven't given him a shout out all night. I know his fiance Natalie was watching earlier. Was actually one of the first ones to post something in chat tonight. Travis running in the 18th spot right now. So everybody has now pitted as 9 laps to go for the old Ticky Slinger in the 51 truck. Ricky, of course, a part of the Podium Esports broadcast team that does the Monday Night Racing each and every Monday night. I believe they just finished their season, if I saw it on Twitter correctly. So he's kind of like me, a little bit of a broadcaster. Obviously a baseball player, a racer, and probably does plenty of other great things too. Obviously, he's a great son, too, because he has his parents always watching the stream, so I got to give him credit for that. Hey, battle here for 4th. There goes Calhoun past Peachin for position. So move move William up to 4th as he starts to pull away. Team Slinger Super Team. Justin Laxton, the PR guy tonight. Also the man behind the Hosted Hopping. Shout out to Hosted Hopping. I actually did a little borrowing of the term this week when I did a little bit of a hosted session Friday night I'm using air quotes right now, hosted hopping session myself. Hope they don't mind. But they definitely came up with a really creative term, I gotta say. That's very creative. When I first heard it, I thought it was just you hopped from hosted session to hosted session to hosted session. Hence the term bar hopping, things like that. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm with you on the paying bills part. I think I finally got the stimulus check today. So there's Brandon Trujembo right now in the 10th position. Alan Best on pit road. As Tyler Brewer spun right here in the middle of the carousel. Somebody else is involved. Oh, it's Sean Peachin. Sean Peachin is destroyed. Bryson Clark involved. Big wreck over here in the bus stop area. No caution. But we got some barbecue going on over here. It's not showing anything. Oh, wow. Tyler Brewer wrecks right in the beginning of the bus stop. And Peachin had nowhere to go. So this one in slow-mo, and for the family of the Springers, roll that beautiful bean footage here in the wheel hop. That is wheel hop right there. I could call it right off the bat. Into the Armco. That's going to leave a mark, and Sean nowhere to go. And bam. Rolls snake eyes, unfortunately, and then takes the 73 with him. Everybody else does a good job. William Martin goes cutting through the old part of the bus stop there. And officially here in this race, all wrongdoing of me picking Sean in point in the playoffs or the fantasy standings clears me of any wrongdoing. Let's listen and see if we do have some wheel hop from Tyler. That's pretty much what happened there. When you downshift and that thing spins around. There's Springer going by Drift. And Drift has quietly worked his way up into the top 20. But unfortunately, he's going to lose a lot of points tonight. Track temp still sitting at 120 right now, 83 degrees. Well, I'm going to be honest. I admit this. When I road course race in it, where's Lucas going? Lucas Joseph going off for a ride. And he spins it over here in turn 7. Let's go back and see this. It's just all fun and games. You just look in the background and you see a truck one sliding off. Yeah, it's hard to see that, Sean. But I actually use auto blip. It's the only time I use it in a truck or in a vehicle on a road course is in a stock car race. I will run auto blip on a road course because it's already hard enough for me to shift it. Oh, Ricky, hold on. Yeah, it's a little loose there in the carousel. Gonna need some slinger britches. But no, I will actually, with the shifting and the turning and all that stuff at one time, trying to blip a throttle, that's too much for me. I'll use the blip assist. But in his case, yeah, he could have easily wheel hopped it from not matching the RPM up, and that's what caused him to spin out. Really easy to do in these vehicles. So 4 laps to go. It's like it's flown by all of a sudden here, but Ricky Springer leads. One of 2 leaders all night. Him and J.W. Miller have led them all. J.W. still right here with Zach Allman. Zach looks like that pit bull that's chasing the guy with the steak hanging off his rear. Everybody else pretty much a second or more separating those drivers. So this is your fight right here for second. And the Lucan's, oh boy, that got very scary looking. Nice save by Lucan. Oh, he goes off-roading and jumping. JW going to go by teammate Ben Pierce. Or not teammate, that's Ricky's teammate Ben Pierce. Apologies to both. But nice comeback for Noah Mayari after spinning there in the middle of the bus stop right there. He's come back and got a top 5 right now going with the unfortunate break there for the Sean Peachin and Bryson Clark incident over in that area. Zach has the run now to the inside of JW. Ooh, little wheel hop on the 18, and they door bang each other. And Zach to second. Zach had a little wheel hop there. You can see his back end getting a little squirrely down into turn 1 there, and then they hip check each other. We'll have to see if we can get a better angle of that and see if Zach actually went up into JW or vice versa. But JW's driving kind of angry there. I can see it. The way he hit that bus stop there, JW is angry. Not happy about that move. I know JW all too well. When that truck starts dancing everywhere, he's angry. I think he did the 1-2 step just now off the carousel. Well, let's go back as they come to 2 laps to go. We'll come back to this battle. Let's go see the pass here. Well, let's go on board. Now, let me hit the stop button here for a second, just so we don't miss it for a second. Back her up a little bit here. Let's go. I said stop. Thank you. Hammer time. Let's go on board with Zach here. You guys make the call here. Oh, yeah, there's your wheel hop. Up, 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 up. And, you know, Zach missed the corner, if you ask me. But, you know, racing with 2 laps to go, that's what's going to happen. Kind of like the old Elton John song. Or no, it's not Elton John. Billy Joel. Sorry. Wrong artist. Sorry, I just insulted Billy Joel. That's terrible. But we talk about the wheel hop, pop, 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 pop. You ought to know by now. Anyways. White flag is out for Springer. Final lap. So about a second separation now from Allman to Miller as Springer climbs the hill for the final time up the S's. Down with commentary? No, I don't doubt anybody with commentary. Never. Yes. I never doubt anyone's commentary. Though I did just realize you mentioned something about coming up in the booth with me. My bad. I didn't see that. Whoopsies. I'm fired. Anyways, Springer through turn number 6. Going to come off of turn number 7 after the disappointment at the Milwaukee Mile last week. He's going to get win number 7 of the season and put himself back in the championship race as Springer wins at the Glen. And let's go back here to the fight for second. Allman's going to get it. J.W. Miller going to get third. Let's see what happens here. That is somebody not happy right there. Somebody be an ant on the wall, please. You can go check that conversation out. Calhoun going to finish 4th, so a good bounce back for him after winning this race 2 seasons ago. Noah Miari, good top 5 for him. Blaine Sparling going to hold on. Nice 6th place run for him. Good points night. And here's your other driver that was in the green. Of course, Laxton, the other one. He's not here tonight, unfortunately. He's over in chat right now hacking on me. Troll. Where'd Dean? Oh, there he is. So let's just say Dean's got warping issues. All right, so we'll let these guys cross the line. And oh, that's going to leave a mark. Alan Best just pulled a Denny Hamlin / Jimmy Johnson / whoever else has done that. Well, let's see if what kind of burnout. And I can tell you personally, just talking to Springer before the race, he was not happy with how last week went. So, but Springer going to lay down the burnouts. Unfortunately, no burnout cam tonight. And here's your unofficial results going across the top of the screen as Springer gets number 7. And this will propel him probably up into the top 4, if not close to it. Well done on the burnouts. All right. We will step away for a quick second. We'll get all the drivers in the booth here, and I'll talk to your winner plus the top 3, and who knows, maybe a couple more. But first, we'll pay some bills as you're watching Captain TV and the I Love Lake Huron 150. All right, back in Watkins Glen International as Ricky Springer's brought it to victory lane here for the 7th time this season. He is collecting the winner's check and, more importantly, going to bounce back after the disappointing week last week at Milwaukee. Congratulations, Ricky. You've tamed the Glen, 7th win of the season, and more importantly, you get yourself back into that championship running 2 weeks from now at Chicago if you can just keep it up. But more about tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We definitely needed a good rebound. Team Slinger did after last week. It was really unfortunate how everything happened. Everybody's going to kind of throw stuff out there. I mean, we led, 90% of the race and then kind of got screwed there at the end with the way the points worked out and the way everything happened. But, it's good to rebound this week. We went to a road course. I'm very fond of them. We saw at Coda earlier this year that, I like the road courses, even if I'm, not having the engine on for half the track. So, but, a road course was definitely what I like to see in this round of the playoffs. And hopefully we can keep this momentum throughout the rest of the playoffs and into Chicagoland.
And here, I just totally forgot that we were in Coda early this season. I was talking about Belle Isle being the last road course race. Nice prep, Chris. Anyways, yeah, that's still a great run for you when it's all over with this evening. And, of course, next week is Indianapolis. Talk about this momentum. I know it's 2 different tracks, but Indianapolis with these trucks could be very interesting. I know the last time I was on the track in a truck, the setup wasn't the best thing in the world. So what do you expect there?
Yeah, Indianapolis, I mean, a lot of people can look at it as an oval, but it's kind of one of those hybrid tracks. I mean, really, with the way the corners are there, you have to treat it as if it's a road course, just at higher speeds, honestly. It's a very difficult track with any car you run there. Even the Indy cars that you flat foot for most of the time, it's a difficult track. So we're going to have to maybe put in a little more practice than I usually do. By a little more, I mean I might actually practice before I go into the race. But we'll definitely need some practice for it. But overall, Indianapolis is a fun track, and I've always enjoyed it. So I'm quite excited for the race.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Obviously, you got tough competition here as you look at right behind you here, the top, 4 drivers tonight right there in the playoffs with you, with Zach and JW, who some might argue is probably your closest competition in these playoffs, finishing in the 3rd position. So talk about the racing with him, because I heard you kind of make a jokingly chuckle there during the race, say, I don't want to wreck JW. He's actually a pretty good guy.
Yeah, me and JW for the whole entire season really have raced really close and really clean, and he's been the one to kind of put the pressure on him. Dean and Ahmed, they've all just kind of been there putting the pressure on. We've all raced each other relatively clean the whole season. So that was just before the start of the race, or before the restart after the midway break there. I was joking around with him. I was asking if I could go 3 wide into turn 1. And I was like, nah, I probably shouldn't. I don't want to wreck JW. So but just good fun. We all have a great time, and it's just kind of that respect that we have to be able to joke around and then go out there for the rest of the race and race clean.
We did a great job, man. Shout outs as always to whoever you'd like.
Yeah, I just want to thank my team, Justin, Ben, and Brandon, all of them. They do a great job. Had some good finishes. Of course, Justin wasn't here tonight, but he'll be back next week, so we'll have the whole gang there. But want to thank Podium Esports for everything that they do. Great job over there. Of course, I work with them, so thanks to them. And of course, finally, thank you to the University of Northwestern Ohio for being on the truck. That's the school I attend. So I think that just about covers the basis. Everybody I got to thank. I sometimes feel like I'm driving a real race car out here having to thank everybody.
Well, you got the list in front of you, right?
Oh, no, I just got to spout it off the top of my head and just hope I don't forget.
Well, you're doing better than some drivers. I mean, you see people behind the scenes on TV. You got this laundry list of things. Makes you thank, all these things. But, hey, real quickly, baseball update. How you doing?
Doing good. We were supposed to have a game yesterday or tomorrow. Got canceled due to some, COVID issues with the other teams. So we're playing again Monday. I should be on the mound. So hopefully that all goes well. I'm being looked at for varsity. So hopefully we can go out and have a good showing on the bump and then possibly be a varsity pitcher instead of JV.
There you go, man. Well, go get yourself a quality start, a QS as they call it. And best of luck. We'll talk next week.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Absolutely. Ricky Springer there. Your winner tonight. Also a pitcher for the University of Northwest Ohio. If you want to figure out where University of Northwest Ohio is, just listen to what I just called it, and you'll get your answer. All right, let's talk to the second place starter here, or second place finisher here. I think this is going to be an interesting conversation we're about to have with these two, but Zach Allman joins me tonight. Zach, second place finish for you this evening. Obviously, we got to go back to 3 laps to go there, as you had a conversation with the wheel hop machine and got into the side of JW into turn 1. What happened there?
Well, my fault. I was catching him, obviously, and entering the corner, I was trying to give him as much room as he could, but doing so, I wheel hopped, and then we made contact.
Have you two had any conversation yet?
He's had he's messaged me in iRacing.
Fair enough. Well, let's talk about your second place run. Good job on that part. Obviously, another great finish as you continue your momentum into the Championship 4.
Thank you. Well, I think right now I'm still first in points. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. And at the moment, I think I just need a top 10 probably just to secure a playoff berth into the next round.
Well, that's obviously a good thing there, and obviously we hope for nothing but the best there, but send shout-outs whoever you like to.
I'd like to shout out Dream Clothing, Tunisi's Aviation, my teammates Travis and you for running the league, broadcasting and running it.
I was going to say, I don't run anything around here. But nice job, man.
You're just a professional jokester.
I do, well, coming from the guy whose face right now on Discord is a clown face, but I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, bud. Zach Allman there finishing in the second position. And he's kind of quiet there, I've noticed for the most part. Let's bring down the other driver involved in the issue there with 3 laps to go. JW Miller joins us. And JW, first off, third place run. Top 3 trunk all night. You were the only driver not named Ricky Springer to lead a lap tonight. So congratulations on that. Good points night. But let's ask the obvious question here. Turn 1, 3 laps to go. What happened there?
Well, it just looked like Armin didn't brake hard enough and just kind of came wide into me. I thought I gave him enough room, but, I guess that's just what happens. We tried to get back to his bumper, but we were pretty damaged after that, and the arrow was pretty big, so.
Well, talk about your race outside of that 1 lap. Obviously, you did a great job up in the top 2 the whole time, worked your way up there, and got yourself a good points day.
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good tonight. Kind of had to try something different, and came down 1 lap there before the competition caution. Came back out as the leader. Was able to stay out front for a little bit, but Ricky's just the king at saving those tires, so didn't have much for him, and it's a close battle between me and Amon all night. So I mean, he has every right to go for that move, but I think it was just a little over what I would do, but I suppose, man, we're racing for points here at the end, so.
Well, great job this evening, JW. Send shout-outs whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, shout out to you for broadcasting each week. Shout out to Travis for putting the league on, and shout out to all the admins for what they do.
All right, bud. Well, nice job tonight. Good third place finish for you, and we'll see you next week.
All righty.
All right, JW Miller finishing up there in the top 3, keeping it kind of coy, keeping it calm. Yeah, nothing wrong with that when it's all over with. So great racing on everybody's part, though. This evening, a little bit of disappointment out of some drivers, obviously, after the a couple incidents out there on the track. Saw some disappointment over here in chat. I can't update you. Looks like the points are updated. Ricky has moved up to second in points. Let me see if I can get to, let me see if my actual, this might not have updated. I want to see if my page is updated here that I have for the point standings. If it did, it is not, so, because it's got Ricky still in 6th. So let me, give me 1 second here, and I will go get the updated point standings here. But I've been told in chat, according to Travis Iacovacci, that Ricky Springer's up to 2nd in the points after tonight. So let's let's see, that's not the right one. There should be another one for playoff points, if I remember correctly. I don't remember where we sent it to. Give me a second here, and I'll get it for you. This is where I wish I had the Jeopardy music or something. Oh, wait, I'd get in trouble playing that. I know he has a pop-out thing that he gives me these little links that pretty much... Here we go. Ta-da! Let me get everything off the screen here for you. But there's your point standing update. Let me put this back on the screen. Bam, there it is. Let me get all this off, and you'll see your updated points get off my screen. See, if this did it right, it would update it automatically to my link, but it didn't. But you see it. Zach Allman leads right now over Ricky Springer by, what is that, 9? And J.W. Miller's third. Only 13 back. William Calhoun, that's your 4 right now. So Dean falls out. Justin Laxton obviously had a pretty big fall after missing tonight's race. And Drift down there in the 10th position took a pretty big hit right now. So 1 race to go. And safe to say right now, all 10 could mathematically still make it with a big field, but we'll have to see what happens next week. But that's your 4 right now as we go to Indianapolis. So it should be a fun week coming up next Wednesday. So make sure you join us again next Wednesday at 8:45 Eastern Time for the racing. Again, big shout out to iRacing for allowing us to be a part of the broadcast. Big shout out to Travis and Sam Barnes and those guys for allowing me to be a part of the Great Lakes Sim Racing broadcast now for just about to complete season number 3 here. So shout out to them for allowing me to be a part of all the fun, all the viewers. Can't do this without you, and I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. You guys are awesome, and it's always fun to be able to entertain you guys. And Mrs. Springer, appreciate the kind words and stuff, and nothing but the best, obviously, to you and the family. Everybody else, stay safe, and appreciate everybody watching. And we will see you next week in Indianapolis. And as I always like to say, this isn't just a game, it's iRacing. See ya!